We just ask that your mercy would triumph. There's a friend of mine, a pastor, watching us on the web, praying with us, and he contacted me after the service and said, the Lord gave me a picture while you were leading in that prayer. And I started seeing coins rain all around you from the heavens. He thought, this is so strange. And then he said, you eventually were standing ankle deep in coins. And you reached down, you picked one up, and it was a picture of George Washington, but over his face, in all caps, it said, mercy.
Wow.
And then there was an eagle, and over the eagle on another one, it said, mercy. And then he said there was another one, and it had a flag. The tail side had a flag, a U.S. flag on it. And instead of saying old glory over the flag, it said new glory.
Wow.
New glory for old glory.
Come on.
And then he said you bent over and you picked up a handful of coins. And you said, mercy is our new currency. And I think it was then that hope began to rise in me, Benny, that he's got this. He's got this. As I've been rejoicing and celebrating God's mercy with all of you, I've been challenged by the Lord the last few weeks with the question, how will you spend the new currency? And so as I've meditated on it, the Lord took me through some examples from Scripture. Noah spent his on an ark and the saving of his family. Rahab found mercy and spent it on not only the saving of her life, but this former prostitute made her way into the Messianic line. Mercy brought Hannah the reversal of her barrenness and the birth of a prophet, Samuel. Esther's mercy brought her favor with a pagan king, the preservation of a nation, and the reversing of evil laws and decrees. Somebody grab hold of that.
Yeah.
Bartimaeus tapped into a root of mercy and bought new eyes. The thief on the cross, mercy was transferred into his account, and he paid his way out of hell and into paradise. Later in history, wretched John Newton found the treasure of mercy and traded it for freedom from slave trading and the birth of the world's most frequently sung song, Amazing Grace. Wilberforce was graced with mercy and spent it on the eradication of slavery in the British Empire. The Wesleys and Whitefield spent theirs on the First Great Awakening. Finney and others, the Second Great Awakening. William Seymour spent his on Azusa Street and another Pentecost. Hudson Taylor traded his treasure for China. Livingston bought African nations. And Mother Teresa invested hers on lepers and orphans in India. Billy Graham spent his on stadium evangelism, and Rosa Parks bought a seat on the bus.
Wow.
And found a place in history. Our founders spent their mercy on liberty and the birthing of a nation that would partner with God in saving the world. How will we spend ours? The recapturing of our destiny, the rebirth of a nation, a third great awakening, the ending of abortion,
Yeah.
the end of human trafficking, And I want to say this. He delights, the scripture said, showing mercy. Mercy doesn't stretch his heart. Judgment stretches his heart.
Good word.
And I'll finish with this. A quote from the great Churchill after Normandy. When he said, "This is not the end. It is not even," he said, "the beginning of the end.
Perhaps
But perhaps
it is the end of the beginning."
it is the end of the beginning. God has given us the opportunity for a new beginning in this nation. And now we must seize the moment and buy this opportunity. God bless you. God bless America.
Wow. Wasn't that excellent? That was fantastic.
That was awesome. Very beautiful.
Well, our final singer for the night is just a wonderful and delightful lady.
Good to
Her
see
name
you
is Sharon
guys.
Iswadopoul, and she is originally from South Africa,
Did you have fun?
but she now makes her
I had
home
fun.
in Atlanta with
Me
her
too, I loved
husband, Rudy. She's the founder of the Seekins